Okay, I've got my nice, neat, tidy, aesthetic data table here. And what I want to do is I want to pull out some values from this data table that are going to help me calculate the precision error. So we're calculating the precision error for the average velocities of our Hot Wheels cars. I'm going to do that right now. Okay, first thing, label a new data table. I'm just going to make this like just a couple cells off to the side, just so I have everything in one place. This is how I do this. You don't need to do it like this, but up to you. Average velocity, centimeters per second. I'm going to have the average. This is getting a little confusing, but it's the average of the average velocities. Minimum, the maximum. And I'm just going to go up here, equals average. I can copy and paste the number down there, but it's also just pretty easy to do it all again. So I'm going to hit equals average. I'm going to highlight all the data I want the average of. For the minimum, I'm going to hit equals min. And this command, if I look at the same set of data, it'll pull out the smallest number from the set of data, which is 65. For the maximum, it's the same thing, except it's going to find the maximum of the data. So what's the maximum value in this data? It's 110. Great. What I want to do right now is I want to figure out which of those values, the minimum and the maximum, are furthest from the average. Which is the greater difference? I could do that by hand with like a calculator here. I could if I have really good mental math skills, I can look at it and figure it out immediately. I'm just going to do it in Google Sheets just so that the process is all here and like I'm kind of just transcribing everything that I'm doing. So I'll say min, so the minimum difference from av. And I'll say max diff from av. Great. All right. So first thing I'm going to do equals Google Sheets as a calculator now. I'm going to hit ABS because what I'm going to do, actually, I don't need to hit ABS. Never mind. I'm going to click the average. So we got that cell minus the minimum. So this is the difference between the average and the minimum value. Now I'm going to hit equals and I'm going to subtract the average from the maximum. So I'm kind of reversing the order there. And now I can see the differences. As we can see, the maximum value in this data set is furthest from the average. It's further from the average than the minimum value. So as we know with our precision calculation, we want to do the precision calculation with the furthest outlier. And now I know what the furthest outlier is. Great. So I'm going to put down here precision percent error. Space there. Another helpful tool, if you ever have a cell like this and it's overflowing out of the cell that it's in, right? We see the word error extending into the next cell. That's not Google Sheets actually adding that stuff to the second cell. It's like overflowing from the one I have written in. The way to fix that, if you go up here, it's called text wrapping. Right now we have it set to overflow. That's default. If I hit wrap, it'll just kind of like put a return line there. Looks great. Okay. To calculate the precision, I'm going to put equals in parentheses, the furthest outlier, which we know is the maximum. So 110 centimeters per second minus the average divided by the average times 100. We're multiplying it by 100 so that it's a percentage. And it shows up as that. All right. There's a number. It's 30.6596438. That's too many decimals. I'm going to back that up. Again, just one decimal, 30.7% precision error. Okay, I've got all my data. I've got all my data labeled. And then over here, I have like my average kind of like calculation-y data table that I use to get all this stuff. And now I have my precision percent error. That's what I really wanted. One thing that I forgot to do, I should put my unit in here. The unit is a percentage. Boom. Yeah, and I'm gonna take the unit out of here. That's a dumb way to put that. Okay. The second thing I'm going to do, or I guess the third thing I'm going to do, the last thing, is going to show you what we want the graphs to look like for this.